Aston Villa 5, Liverpool 0. What? Welcome back to KangBrosTV.
Klopp out, bruv. That's it.
So I've had enough. Listen, school kids, we got tucked. And there's things that I understand it's the under 23s and the reserves, whatever. But like to have 16-year-olds in there, 2 16-year-olds in that, man's coming out there looking like they don't know what they're just like throwing on just go on ball boys, just go and kick the ball for a bit. Safe, cool. That's what it looked like. But it just shows that, it's a shame because like we said it before, we don't want to see Liverpool get turfed out of competitions if there's an opportunity to win them. But
look, every Liverpool fan low-key wanted to see the upset. Let's be honest, innit? Let's be honest.
Not even low-key. Just full out, straight up. Yes, we're ready for this.
That's it. Like everyone wants to see, just in case. But at the end of the day, look, 2 games in 2 days. It's not going to happen that regularly, so we enjoy it as it is. But like we said, the performance of the youngsters was good. It started off very well. Like we were surprised. Like they're actually on the ball. They're actually on job. You were saying as well. And so I take my hats off to the youngsters. I thought they played well, but there are some youngsters that are not good enough. Like
They're not ready. They're not ready.
Just not ready.
The 16, 17-year-olds are not ready.
But there's one player that I want to point out, right? Is Chilavert. He's been there for quite a while now. Like we talk about the 16-year-olds. That's fine. They're doing their thing. Like, do you think Chilavert is? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but do you think he's actually going to be able to get into that first team?
I think obviously he's a tidy player, yeah, and he's not a bad player. It's not. You don't look at him and think he's dog, but the way I don't see as a Liverpool side and how they want to play, especially if Klopp signed for that much time. And obviously I know Klopp's kept him on and stuff, but I just can't see how I think he's a bit too slow for me to get things going. Elliot, what's he doing here? He should be in Qatar. He should be out in Qatar ready to play.
Listen, the maturity that guy shows, for a 16-year-old to be doing the shit that he's doing, like even the way he controls the ball, how he sees the game as well, it's mad.
16, bro. I swear it's being Pokemons and that, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Well, he's a player, and like every time the people watch him, he performs every single time. Now that for me is showing good signs that this guy is not just ready, but he's a very, very good potential. So I'm excited about him. I think most Liverpool fans would be.
Yeah, and to be fair, Villa's keeper, he made some big saves, man.
He did.
Like to be fair, because I'm not saying that if we would have won the game, but I'm just saying it could have been different, and they deserved a goal. So I thought they did work really hard, but it was men against boys because there was times when the balls were going forward and their centre backs are just plarking meaties because they're only little, but.
And I think you said as well, right, whilst we were watching the game, was like, you know what, Villa, they just need to be patient.
Yeah.
Because the youngsters are going to make the mistakes. And they did show some naivety along the way in this game. But as you said, look, I don't want to dig out other people. Only reason I dig out Chavez because he's been there for quite a while. But the other players, I'm not going to dig anybody out. Look, like we said, there's some players that we just think are just not quite there yet. But good day out for the boys. And you know what, enjoy the experiences. People said about John Terry coming in after the game as well.
Play. That's nice. That's a nice gesture. Yeah. But like I said, even like Liverpool fans, we all know that Liverpool, the main team's in flipping Qatar. It's not like it's up north. It's not like they're in like fucking Newcastle and these man's at Villa and something like that. It's miles away. It's actually miles away. And I just credit to like Liverpool to have players that are able to step in and get those experiences. But for me, I just think it's just a farce. Like. You talk about, you really think that teams like, let's just say for argument's sake, Man City won the Champions League or Chelsea, whatever. You really think that these teams are now going to prioritise that cup? And everyone talks about, you shouldn't disrespect these cups. Well, you really think, they're not helping the cause, if you ask me. Because why would you, as Liverpool, then why would you want to prioritise that cup ever again? It's like, well, we prioritise that cup and you get dashed, and that's what they do. That's how they return the favour. It annoys me, and I'm not saying. I'm not sitting there saying, what a disgrace that, people be like, you should have bigger squads. Listen, it's nothing to do with having a bigger squad. If you're going to Qatar to play in a tournament, you're going to take your squad. So you are left with the 18s, not the 23s, the 18s. There weren't under 23s in that side. They were under 18s, and that for me against a Villa side, you're not gonna. What do you expect?
I think it's almost like Liverpool putting out that team to make a statement about how they've been treated in like how this whole Carabao Cup thing, they didn't give a shit about Liverpool's it's like people saying like, it's because of Liverpool's own success that they come into this position, right? It's nuts. So it's almost like we're not. They could have left some seniors if they wanted to. You know what I mean? They could have left Lallana. They could have left some people like that because they haven't been playing.
Yeah.
But they didn't, because I'm saying it's still almost like they wanted to make a statement and say, all right, you want to treat Liverpool like this is what you're going to get. So, I don't know, for me, like, it would have been better, like, I think, like Klopp mentioned, let Arsenal go through. Do you know what I mean?
It would have been better for Arsenal to go through. And to be fair, this is the first time in a while that I know what Arsenal fans feel like.
Look at
Nah, I'm joking.
He's ready to put that in there.
Just saying, like if you watch a Man City play against Arsenal, surely that's what it would have felt like. And you know you're getting tucked. You know whatever happens, we're getting tucked. So that's what I'm saying. But I just felt like it is, like you said, that cup, for me, now, if you expect any of the big teams to show that cup any respect, forget about it.
And just quickly, because we didn't get a chance to do the reaction video to Watford and Liverpool, just quickly on your take on that game and how it went and how it panned out, because it was a very
If
dodgy
Watford
game.
could finish, we wouldn't have won that game. And fair play to Watford. They came to Anfield, had a go. They were a better side for long parts of that game.
And for me, their midfield overran our midfield. They were strong.
Decore, how is he not signed? But I've been saying this for such a long time. How is he not signed by a big club? Liverpool could take him in a heartbeat. Yeah, I'll take him Liverpool as a CM. Get him in. Man United. That is exactly what you're crying out for. Arsenal. He's in Watford. Do you know what I mean? So it baffles me. I don't know how that guy is still there. Baffles me. But play poorly, get the job done. So I'm not going to sit here and complain too much. And clean sheet.
And Mo Salah. We need to talk about Mo Salah quickly.
Yeah.
That second goal, he's fully mocking it. My man flicked it and nutmeg man into the goal.
Fortunate, but I'm more gassed about the first goal.
It was
mad. And this is why we get frustrated with him, because we see stuff like that, and then you see him doing dumb shit.
Quick question though, like most of those goals were levels, right? And now he's broken like ridiculous records. He's like the fastest ever striker to score this many goals, beat Suarez, beat Torres in lesser games. So why does he not get? Do you think he gets the same respect as Suarez and Torres get? What is it?
I think you
is it because he's Egyptian? Is it because what is it for? What is it?
I actually think it's because he's played in a better side than those. So it's almost like saying, and that's just my personal opinion on it. If Luis Suarez played in this team, if Torres played in this team and Torres was hot to trot, then that's different. But that's nothing. That's not their fault, and that's not his fault. He was a player that has a tarnished reputation in the Premier League, and he's come in and done that. So you can't disrespect him, and you never know what you got until it's gone. And that is what I think we will realise, because we do it ourselves. We're like, this guy is so frustrating, so frustrating.
Exactly.
When he ain't playing, but when he's not playing, you're like, hey, you know what? We need that guy, bro.
And he does those goals. It's mad.
So yeah.
So let us know your opinion on what we've discussed quickly here from today's Carabao Cup and obviously the Watford game. And see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and comment. Peace.